Bing. Bing. Here we go. Yeah. Woo! What's up, y'all? Settle down. Welcome to Triad Hip Hop Podcast. I am your host, Kurt Dog, and this is
Howie,
the originator. Man, I really do, appreciate the podcast because, I've always loved hip hop, but this was your brainchild, and you kind of helped me to kind of rediscover my hip hop roots with this. So definitely appreciate you, bro.
I appreciate you. Cause, like, the thing of it is, like, you being older than me, not to say that you old and shit, but but nah, I mean, as far as like, cause I always wanted to have a show where we expound on the knowledge, because you being from up top,
yeah,
me being down south, my hip hop experience was different from from up top. And I think that's the thing. We need to combine these experiences instead of just like everybody like, oh no, you know what I'm saying? We, South, we run y'all niggas. Or, we Midwest, we run. Like, nah. Look, if it wasn't for New York, we wouldn't be hip hopping right now. All right? I mean, let's just be real with it.
Right.
And then let's just expound on, like, okay, here, this is how we did it. This is how we did it.
Absolutely.
Don't fight each other, because that's what they want you to do.
That's how
they want you to fight against each other. And while they making all this money and all this bloodshed and stuff, and they making you look stupid.
Yep.
All right, Gary Gilmore in the house. Gilmore in the house.
What up? Appreciate you.
What up? Yep.
So yeah, of course we are live on all platforms. We got Instagram going. We got YouTube.
Yep.
We got
Facebook.
We're gonna see what Zuckerberg do.
Zuckerberg.
See if he's gonna play his cards today.
Yeah,
and YouTube and everything. So we do anything. So we appreciate y'all once again. We got a lot to talk about today. How was your week this week, man?
Week wasn't too bad. Got some things done. Me and Brittany went out and got dinner, I think, the other day. It was in Thomas. Well, I shouldn't say where it was. Fun. Thomas. Bastard. But anyway, so what happened, man? We went to the Ruby Tuesdays, and I'm not saying this not to eat at the establishment or nothing like that. But we had this waitress, and man, me and Brittany, we pretty much reasonable people. We go out to eat. We don't be like, look, bring this, bring that, and run your death. Like, okay, just bring us this, and whatever you feel comfortable with. Hey, when you get a chance, I know you're busy, I know you're short staffed. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We had, one bitch lied about some shit about the like, okay, we got endless soup and salad, and you can get potato in the salad. Like, oh, word? About to get fat quick. They like, and they had the salad, and they're like, well, where the potato? Oh, it's either or. But you said and. Wow. You said and, bitch, and me. You add. That's two things together. Exactly. Or it's like you get one or the other. That's like choices. And means you get both the choices.
Right.
Anyway, so we were getting ready to pay the bill, and she was like, well, we need you to pay the bill. I was like, okay, so, she came up there with a little credit card joint, and then she was over us, waiting for us to pay. Like, bitch, is you fucking crazy?
Right.
Like, we some hardened criminals. Like, we just gonna run out like, y'all see us.
We both,
we both big. You know what I'm saying? So if we did ran out, you know what I'm saying? Y'all gonna get, hell, and I don't live that far, so y'all gonna find my fat ass. So why would I sit like this fucking stupid?
We found the crook.
You found the crook.
One block away.
Hard. He stopped.
Panting.
They're panting shit. Damn, I should have never stole it.
a half a block away.
Good.
Trying to sneak into a food line and blend in with the audience.
Yeah, man, shoot, man, it's just like crazy, man. Like, and the thing of it is, and then I had to we were trying to get an order to go. My mom had to go to the hospital. Well, not that she was in the hospital, but she was up there for some other stuff. I won't get into that. So,
okay.
So I get up there, like, hey, we kind of need an order to go. She gave me this like evil look. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm like, man, I'm getting an order. I'm like, well, you handle it. Like, okay, all right.
Wow.
So, yeah, I'm not saying Ruby Tuesday's good, bad. I'm just saying.
Your employee did not.
Yeah, I'm just saying your employee wasn't.
She didn't represent y'all.
She acted like a goddamn Canadian. Because I know that's what y'all call it. Oh, another thing. I'm sorry. I'm gonna get. So there was another like black couple. Black family. I think it was a mother and her kids. And she would go. She was like, "Well, you need to get the tip. You know, you need to give a tip." And she's like, "Oh, well, I ain't gonna do you like that. I'm gonna get the cash out." So, "Oh, okay. So what's your cash out?" And she told us it. And the girl was like, the black lady's like, "Yeah, I remember that." Nah, bitch.
You know what?
Nah. Yeah.
It ain't get done right in front of you. It ain't
No, you got. Oh, man.
So Ruby Tuesday was a bust.
Yeah. So I'm not saying don't go there. I'm just saying
we're gonna straight hit them up. Fuck Ruby Tuesday as a staff.
Damn.
And if you like Ruby Tuesday,
fuck you too. Red Lobster. No,
we just play. Ruby Tuesday is cool. But yeah, that's what's up, man. I mean, sometimes you just have those experiences, man. I'm sure it was just probably that employee, you know what I mean, versus the whole company.
Yeah.
But yeah. How's things going with work?
Man, we gotta get stupid busy, man.
For real?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's kind of slow right now, but man, it's just like everybody, you know, because the whole thing happening with. Well, I think they let at one time they were blocking the ports.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know about the whole deal with the ports or anything. I don't know if they lifted it or so. But the thing of it is, a lot of people have been ordering because of, you know what I'm saying, they're trying to just get stuff from the floors. So they're just trying to get anything from anything from any warehouse.
Right.
So like, yeah, man, it's just been crazy.
Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, it's good, you know, that you're going to get busy, though.
Oh, yeah, man. Well, how was your week, man?
My week was good, you know. Took a couple of days off, you know. Me and the young one, Cameron, we went down to Atlanta. Took us to her first concert. One of her favorite artists, a young artist out there named Clinton Kane. Yeah, he's kind of pop rock and roll type.
Okay.
And so, you know, he can sing. You know, he reminds me a lot of like a male version of Adele, but more rock and roll like.
Okay, I got you.
He sings a lot of that type of stuff, you know, heartbreaks, stuff that, you know, traumatic experiences and stuff like that. So yeah,
stuff that you really supposed to be singing about,
right?
Rapping about
blues. Yeah. So yeah, but he's good, man. I like him. He did a pretty good show. So we you know, got back Thursday. And so, you know, that was about it. Other than that, you know, I haven't I only, you know, work has been work, you know, just the normal stuff, you know, nothing else. So it's been an average week, but that was nice that she got to see her first concert.
That's what's up,
we're gonna do more for her in the future too, because it was one of those like type of stand-up events, like a club type of concert, and so she's a little on the short side, so there's a lot of people where they, you know, block the stage.
Yeah,
I'm like, dang, I wish I'd have thought about that. We could have bought a little step stool or something. Yeah. But it was
overall, be like Kevin Hart with a little step left.
Right.
Go down and fold it down.
Right. But yeah, it was good though. I enjoyed it. Got to see the downtown of Atlanta, which the traffic is crazy. So I don't recommend the traffic, but if you gotta go there, try not to deal with downtown if you can. But yeah, other than that, that was it. So yeah, we can go ahead and jump into the show. This is episode 205. Yes, Yes, sir. And don't forget, while you're here, just hit the buttons for us. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe.
Brothers and sisters.
Brothers and
Brothers and
sisters.
sisters.
Ting.
That's right. Yo.
Let me turn on the power, Umar.
Need funds allocated to make sure that the school is open.
I'm like, keep it on the low. We need Don't tell nobody. I'm asking. They shut me down.
Yeah,
but we need funds.
But,
I'm gonna flash something across the screen. I'm not gonna say it verbally. but yeah. So before we go too far, definitely gotta pay some respect and give a shout out and rest in peace to Kevin Samuels. He died a couple days ago, earlier this week. Relationship guru, and overall, he was pretty known for his pretty hard, straightforward talk. He didn't really cut corners. He didn't pull no punches. So a lot of people did not like his approach. But I will say this, the majority of his clients were females who wanted to be better. And so regardless of what you say, you don't have to agree with everything that he does, but he knew what he was talking about. And I kind of agree with a lot of the stuff he said. If I had to gauge it, I would say I agree with at least 85 to 90% of what he said. There was only very little, things that he said that I was like, nah, that's not for me. Or, maybe the way he talked, because he was very straightforward. He'll tell you straight up, you're a 5 out of 10. you're not what a man would want to look for. So, people didn't like that, you know what I mean? But what did you think about him overall?
I didn't agree with him on everything. I mean, it's pretty much the same thing. I haven't really watched a whole episode, so I couldn't really comment. I have to say, I mean, it is unfortunate that he's gone.
Yeah.
I do understand how people do feel about, like, he used his platform to capitalize off of black women. I can understand that to an extent, but at the same, like you said, they kept going to him. So evidently, you know what I'm saying?
You wouldn't have had a successful channel if they kept coming back.
Yeah, so I mean, like I said, I'm not gonna sit here and say like, oh yeah, I'm gonna miss him, nothing like that. I do wish that his soul was at peace. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Yeah, I'm definitely not glad he's dead. I mean, there's been a lot of people been like, yeah, I'm glad that nigga dead. And so I'm like, dude, and I'm like, man, nah, it ain't that serious.
That level of disrespect, I don't understand.
Because really, my thing of it is it's like, okay, he might have said some harsh things, but did he keep you from like getting a job? Did he keep you from getting your house and the place that you live? Did he keep you from having an economical opportunity? Or, I mean, these are the questions you got to ask yourself. Like, really, that man's not your enemy. Matter of fact, I mean, if anything, I mean, he was just trying to tell you to better yourself. Yeah. Don't settle for, what I'm saying? Don't settle for this. You can't be, I can respect him saying, look, you can't be where you are and expect this. You know what I'm saying? You got to elevate yourself. You got to work yourself to get there, to get that. You can't just be as you are and then expect this. I mean, and that's not only a women thing. I think that's just anybody across the board. Sometimes I mean, hell, we've all fallen into the trap of like, I really wish I had $1 million. But you don't have the mindset to really help, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking to me too, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking to myself too. So I mean, it ain't, it ain't just y'all. God damn it, it's me. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, you know what I'm saying? So it's that's the thing, man. I mean, it's just I think some of it is like a harsh look at yourself.
Yeah.
Sometimes on some things that he might have went overboard on, but still a harsh,
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, for the most part, you can't really for the most part. I'm not saying 100%, but for the most part, you can't really disagree with what he was saying, especially like, I know some of them didn't like when he would ask them to rate themselves on 1 to 10, because he would always say you can't use 7, because a lot of females like to go directly there. I don't want to sound like I'm too perfect, but I don't want to sound like I'm that bad either. So I'll say a 7. So he would always say if you rate yourself on 1 to 10, you cannot use 7. It has to be 6 or below or 8 or higher. And so, that I think that made a lot of women mad. And then, some of them didn't want, some of them would say they were 9s and 10s and, looking like the crack of somebody's toe. And it's like, what's wrong with you?
Hey, man.
He would tell them, no, man, that is not what you are.
Man, confidence, man. You gotta,
Yeah, I mean, it's understandable. You should have confidence, but you also should have realistic, expectations. Yeah. So, I really like that about him. I mean, he did come off pretty harsh, but for the most part, what he was doing or saying, I did not disagree with. But on another note, we also want to send a rest in peace to a female known in hip hop named Joelle. She was on death row for a few years back in the day, back in the 90s. She did a few songs like what she was singing background, and she had her own stuff, but she didn't really make it very far. I don't think she really got to flourish, if you want to say that.
She was dubbed the First Lady of Death Row.
Yeah, First Lady of Death Row. Yeah, she was 53 when she passed. So yeah, she was, she's been on the internet a lot here recently, because she's done a lot of interviews where she was telling stories about a lot of the craziness that was going on with Death Row and Suge and all of them, seeing people going through fights and even stuff like sex orgies and stuff like that. She talked about that. She was on an episode of the thing where they build the tiny houses.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she said she gave up her big house for one of those tiny houses, and so had an episode around her on there too. I don't know if it's called Tiny House, but one of the whatever that show is where they do the tiny houses.
That's what's up.
So yeah, man. So rest in peace to Joelle.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Jewel or Joelle. I always said Joelle, but she had a good voice too, man. I've heard several of her tracks, but she never really got to do a whole lot of like album type stuff. It was always singing background for somebody else. She had 1 or 2 songs, I think, for herself, but most of her stuff that you might remember might be something she did for somebody else. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Or did she work with Danny Boy?
I'm not sure. That's a good question. I would assume so, but I don't know. But yeah, she definitely had a good voice and a respectable voice as well. So rest in peace to her and him. Let's go ahead and give them a moment of silence just to pay our respects. All right. Thank y'all for doing that with us. Also, want to send, our thoughts and prayers for the rapper Kid Creole. He has been sentenced to 16 years in prison for a stabbing event that happened back in 2017. It was right when we first started the show, and I remember we talked about it, but it was like a guy that was supposedly homeless, and this guy, I guess he probably asked him for some money or something like that, and Kid Creole said no, and the guy just kept poking at him, antagonizing him, to give him some money, and it ended up being a physical altercation because the guy probably tried to either swing on him or grab at him, and Kid Creole ended up stabbing the guy. From what I understand, allegedly. Because you got to say that nowadays. Allegedly. So, but he's been in jail or prison ever since 2017, and now they finally got to his sentencing and gave him 16 years. So I really hope that things go smoothly for him in there. I know it's a lot to be in prison. And the way things are clicked up, he's not like a gang type of guy, you know what I mean? He's just an honest, hardworking guy, you know what I mean? Just trying to live his life. And so it is what it is, but our thoughts and prayers up to him.
Yeah, no doubt, man. It's just unfortunate, man. I mean, like I said, I don't think that's like his for what first major crime. I'm not saying that he shouldn't be punished,
Right.
but it's just like, dude, I don't think he's a threat to society. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh my God,
Right.
Kid Creole gonna stick me to fuck. Like, nah, make him serve a couple of years.
Right.
And like, okay,
on the first offense type of
I mean,
thing,
and then the thing of it is, the man ain't but what he you know, I mean, he ain't old,
right?
I mean, he's in his 50s, but he's a young. I mean, you know what I'm saying? He ain't got much left to live. It's like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, probably like mid to late 50s.
Yeah, man, that's just to me, that's just bullshit. Not no 16 years. Now I can understand.
Yeah.
I can understand, you know, maybe 4 or 5. You know what I'm saying? Look, you know, or at least let him get out on good behavior. God, at least let him do that. I mean, it's just ridiculous, man. It's just overboard. But I mean, like I said, people done worse stuff than he did, and they got lesser time.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. I wonder where he's housed at, what prison he's in. But yeah, I hope everything just goes smooth for him, man. You know, because that's rough. You know,
Man.
Having to deal with that. So yeah, you know, just wanted to mention him. You know, of course, if y'all don't know, he's from the old school hip hop group Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five.
Shout out to poor, no state, lines to the ways of
mankind.
The God is smiling on you.
I forgot.
Frowning too, because only God knows what you go through. Huh?
Yeah, there you go. Yep, you're right.
Yeah, man.
Well, all right, so we're gonna go ahead and move on to our question of the day. Today we actually got 2 questions of the day. So, Howie, you want to take it away?
All right, so we got 2 questions. So the first one is the question that pertains to Young Thug saying that, you know, about disparaging things about poor people. The thing of it is that should poor people have kids? And the second question is Kevin Samuel, since we just talked about him, is he our enemy?
Yeah. Yeah, and then you know, let us know your thoughts about both of those questions. You know, I didn't see the Young Thug thing. Was it like an interview or something like that?
It wasn't too much of a. I don't know if it might have been an interview for a publication and whatnot.
Yeah.
This happened probably a couple weeks ago, probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
But he was basically saying that like poor people shouldn't have kids, which I do get where he's coming from because you know, some people, you know, especially with systematic you know, welfare and stuff towards, you know, certain group of people that we will not say, but we all know.
Right.
But anyway, so like if they get, you know, if they have kids, they feel, you know, the cycle is going to go all over again. But the thing of it is, you can't really, you know, stop them from having kids.
Right.
I don't think that's the answer. Just like, oh, you know, poor people just stop. Now, I don't think that's the answer altogether. I mean, there should be some education. There should be something in place to do something.
Yeah.
But I mean, just telling poor people to stop having kids. Because I mean, that's the thing. If poor people didn't have kids, you know what I'm saying? Some of the greatest people would not exist.
Absolutely. You know, I mean, there's a lot of people who are, you know, just looking to adopt a kid. You know, and I mean, sometimes as a person who might be really down on their luck, you may be willing to give the child up for adoption, give them a good home. But yeah, I mean, financially, it ain't always the best situation. But I think, you know, spiritually, you know, it's good for you to become a parent. It helps to build you up, you know, as a person and kind of give you more of an understanding of discipline and stuff like that, you know. So I don't, you know, I don't count it out altogether, but I do say you should be mindful when it comes to financially, you know. So, but as far as Kevin Samuels, man, I mean, no, I don't think he was nobody's enemy. I mean, the man, I've never heard anything on his channel where I could say, oh, well, he's such a big liar and he's just you know, using people. And nah, I never really heard nothing like that. So I can't say that about him. So, so what are your, how do you feel about this?
Well, like I said, we kind of talked about that, you know, earlier, but you know what I'm saying? Like basically, like this man ain't really kept no one from getting a job or anything like that. I mean, he might say things that might be harsh, but you know what I'm saying, he ain't putting the foot down your neck. Exactly. Well, I mean, he can't do it now. So
right.
Yeah, so that's the thing.
Yep. So what do you think about the whole should poor people be able to procreate?
Well, like again, like I said, I just think, it shouldn't be. Like I said, I get where he's coming from, but at the same time, it's like you can't really say that poor people can't, because like I said, if you do that, like, we wouldn't have Muhammad Ali, we wouldn't have Michael Jordan, you wouldn't have, like, you know what I'm saying? Right. We had breaks because, but now at the same time, that was a different time period too. You know what I'm saying? We ain't, of course, we don't want to birth another young thug.
Right. We don't want no more of them.
Yeah, just throwing that out. Yeah. but yeah. But I mean, on a serious note, I mean, it's just you saying that, like, I mean, for him, he wasn't too far off in that situation himself. You know what I'm saying? It'd be one thing if he came up with saying, poor people shouldn't be able to procreate. Damn, I said that wrong. Fuck. Shit. Poor people shouldn't be fucking. All right? I was trying to be all political, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't, you know what I'm saying? You can't tell people, and you were just in a situation yourself, right? And talking about, like, yeah, they shouldn't do that. Because now you sound like you know what I'm saying? You sound like that you keeping people there. And there's it's a form of population control too.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. So y'all let us know what y'all think. Put something in the comments, and grab all those buttons, like, share, subscribe, and all of that. Let us know how y'all feel about all that stuff. There's questions of the day. And we'll go ahead and move on to the next. So let's go ahead and give a shout out for some birthdays. Only got a handful today. So on today's the 6th. Today's the 7th? Okay, well then my bad. Yesterday we got a couple birthdays. Meek Mill birthday was yesterday, and MC Search. Yes, sir. Both of them had birthdays yesterday, so happy birthday to them. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And then coming up on the 9th, we got my man Ghostface Killer. Ghostface. No one can get it. So yeah, his birthday's coming up on the 9th, so happy birthday to him. And then coming up on the 10th, we got rest in peace Craig Mack. His birthday's on the 10th. And also Young MC, is coming up on the 10th as well, so happy birthday to him. You want it, you got it, you want it, baby. Just move. Yeah. Yep. So yeah, man, happy birthday to both of them. Coming up on the 11th is my man Ace Hood. All right. Yeah, so happy birthday to him. And that's it for my birthdays today. So let's give them some kind of claps, just to appreciate it. Sorry about that. I know y'all trying to see my fat ass. Got to speak it right just in time. Just in time. I probably go on. All right. Well, speaking of Ace Hood, we got to get into some music. He actually got some new music out. He got a new music called Greatness, a new song called Greatness featuring Killer Mike. Hey, dope. Yeah, and it sounds pretty good too. You can hear a lot more maturity in his rap. He got his bars are actually stronger because he was cool back in the day, but he wasn't really one of my favorites. Yeah, but he had some catchy songs. You know what I mean? Remember the joint? I woke up in a new Bugatti. Yeah, that was him. So yeah, he was cool. I like Ace Hood. But I'm really liking the new Ace Hood. I can hear some strength in his bars now. But anyway, my man Fabulous, Fabolous, he got a new song out called the Cheerio Freestyle. I don't know why he calling it a freestyle. It kind of seems more like a song to me, because he actually takes time to have an interlude between verses and all that. So I don't know. I feel like it's more of a song, but it's called the Cheerio Freestyle. That's dope. Um, Black Star. I told y'all they new album
Oh
coming
yeah, I
out.
forgot. I need to listen to this.
Yeah, that album just dropped on May 3rd. It's called No Fear of Time. And so what they did, they released it on like a podcast channel. I think it was Spotify or something like that.
Okay.
So they were like, they just felt like that was the best thing for them because most people go to stuff like Spotify to hear music and podcasts. So they were like, this is probably the best avenue for us, and they just wanted to keep it not too industry standard, you know. So yeah, I think y'all should check that out. Uh, Method Man is dropping the Meth Lab 3.
METHOD. Yeah.
He's always been really successful with those Meth Lab albums. He got a new song with I think it was either Jadakiss or Styles P. One of them. He got a song with one of them,
Okay.
and some other collaborations. So I think he got a song with R.J. Payne. I talked about that before, and dang, I'm trying to remember somebody else. It was a couple other people, but some real good lyricists. You know what I mean? Some Jadakiss type people. You know what I mean? I think it's
Nino Man, maybe.
No, he got some Woo people on there, of course. He got some Woo.
Oh yeah,
Woo
got a Woo.
but either way, you know, the album's gonna be good. I'm pretty sure. My man Cool G Rap is getting back on the scene. He got a new song out called Diesel, and he's dropping a new album. The album is actually gonna have some guest appearances by people like Method Man, R.J. Payne, and he's even got something with Sean Price.
Oh,
so, yeah,
nice.
Yeah. So G-Rap is really trying to get his name back out there to really, you know, reclaim that throne a little bit. So I'm happy about that because I'm always been a G-Rap fan. Don't forget Kendrick Lamar's album's coming out May 13th, so that's next weekend. Shauna Brooks, we got to talk about her a little bit. That's the female that did the song where she kind of threw out some shots at Benzino. Because she's a transgender and he tried to disassociate himself with her. So she did drop the song. It's called Real T. And, you know, she really does talk some stuff about Benzino. So she was rapping to the old beat from the rapper Shauna, Getting Some Head. So, yeah, she uses that beat. Wow. And so, yeah, she said that's one of her favorite rappers, Shauna. So,
my thing of it is, like I was just saying, you know, it's been great. Because we're going to have to talk about it later anyway. If she went up to Eminem and got some help.
Right.
She would have been like, you know what, Em? I know you had some disparaging things you said about my community, about me being transgender and homophobic slurs. But I'm willing to put that nail in the coffin. See what I did there?
You see what he did there?
Put that nail in the coffin.
Never claimed to be no
Raven Zeno, 83-year-old fake Pacino. So I'll be willing to do that if you did a feature on the track. Oh, man.
But you know, for Eminem fans out there, you know, I don't think Eminem is necessarily homophobic. He just likes to use stuff like that in a clowning type of way. Because I mean, he's talked about in interviews how he has a lot of respect for the LGBTQ community. Even remember he did performances with Elton John.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't think he really has any issue. He just, you know, like if you and somebody is kind of cracking on each other and you just you know, it ain't really that I hate gay people. It's just I know that's
just the language.
Yeah.
Just like, well, I mean, even Immortal Technique, you know, spoke on that, talking about like, yeah, I might say like, yeah, I'm gonna, you know, you the F word, like you this. He's like, yeah, I might be saying it, but like in the grand scheme of things, that's just hardcore rap. I'm just saying that you soft. I'm not necessarily saying that you, you know, you out here, you know, producing and sucking dick and anything like that. No, I'm just saying that you soft. And, you know what I'm saying? That's it. But it ain't nothing. But yeah, it ain't nothing. I'm not saying that you homosexual. You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, you know, just wanted to make that point. You know, that's why I feel like Eminem would probably have done it too.
Yeah.
If the beef was still going.
Yeah, it was going.
But Rhapsody got a new song out, and I just said this. I remember when we was talking about all the artists like J. Cole and all them bringing out new music. I said Rhapsody probably gonna be next. She got a new joint out called Dust to Diamonds.
Okay.
Yes, man. It's good. I heard it. It's dope too. And then Action Bronson released something new called Sub Zero a few weeks ago too. So he's trying to get his name back out there in the music industry. Yeah.
Ice Ninja joint.
Right. Just don't come for Ghostface again, Action. Just don't do that. That ain't what you want.
Don't sound like me on no album.
Right.
That was a horrible Ghostface.
Yeah.
So I did it on purpose, so Ghostface wouldn't come out.
Right. But yeah, that's it for my new music. So y'all go check all of that out, man. There's some good music coming out, man. You got Black Star, the Meth Lab.
I definitely gotta check out that Black Star.
And remember, we got the new collab coming up with RJ Payne and Razzcast and who was it? Somebody who was a producer and rapper.
RJ
Payne, Razzcast.
Have it.
Yeah. So I'm ready for that joint. I don't know what they're waiting on, but they need to hurry up with that.
Yeah, man. So that's what I'm saying. I was I think I forgot what happened. I think I was looking at something I think Chuck D shared.
Okay.
And I think it was, I forgot what happened. It was back in the day. It was like one group and another group back in the 90s got together and did a collab.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think I commented to him. I don't think it's the real Chuck D, obviously. But I was just like, yeah, man. I said, I like some of the, the new rappers and stuff. I mean, they cool, but really the thing that they really need to start doing is like making collabs with each other. Well, their collabs are okay, but I really wish they make a super group. I really wish that, like, really the Kendricks and the J. Cole, not that they're getting old, but they are aging a little bit. But I would like to see, a real collaborative supergroup project with some real concepts and stuff, like really thought-provoking and rhymes. Instead of just talking about money and, bitches and shit. But, you know what I'm saying? Actually, like, something that, people can, like, man, that was substance, man. Like, I like them putting that together, man.
Exactly.
Like, it would be nice if something like that comes along. So
Absolutely. But yeah, we can go ahead and I guess we can go ahead and jump into some topics real quick.
Yeah.
So, me and Howie were just talking about this. I'm sure everybody knows about Dave Chappelle getting tackled on stage and the dude wound up getting beat down, came out on the stretcher with his arm just mangled up and twisted. And, it's like, dude, man, he had a bloody nose, puffy eye. So they kind of swole him up a little bit. You know what I mean?
They threw him a couple of.
We got any sound effects?
Yeah, I'm trying to work with they did and they did the whole damn word. Let's get ready. Okay, I'm gonna stop.
That was hilarious, man. I mean, Dave Chappelle didn't really get too mad about it. You know what I mean? I think they said he had a few words with the young man.
I saw that TMZ video.
Yeah.
They got a couple licks in.
Yeah. I'm just saying afterward, like after the whole fact, I think Dave actually had a few words with him. But and then Chris Rock even came out on stage, made a joke. He was like, "Was that Will Smith?"
Yeah, that was hilarious.
That was hilarious. So it's like, dude, man. I mean, I don't know if that's where the guy got the idea from. Now it's cool to just run up on stage on people, but I hope he learned a lesson, and I hope other people watching it realize don't do that. You know
clearly. Let me tell you
something.
something. Let me see if I can do this impression. Someone better give me the phone, because I fucking called it. I told y'all, they ain't gonna run up on Dave with that shit. I mean, they ran up on him. I give him a try. Gave him a try. I was trying to do shout out to Team 4-Star. They used, they did the Dragon Ball Z joint. That was a horrible impression of Cooler, by the way. Anyway, that was like so what I was saying was like, yeah, I think we talked about this. Yeah, man, definitely. Like, yeah, they ain't gonna run up on Chappelle with that shit. Oh, man, they tried, man. But That was a message. I'm glad that happened.
Yeah.
Because that, you know what I'm saying? Now, I will say this, the security needs to be a little tighter for him, you know, for him to jump up on the stage like that. Yeah, security needs to be tighter.
Yeah, because I mean they ran out there kind of quick after the fact, but it was just like, what was going on? Like, was you in the middle of eating a hoagie and it was like, oh, you need to on stage? Oh crap.
Yeah. Let me get this mustard off him.
Right.
Beat this nigga ass. I don't want to beat his ass and have mustard in my hand.
Right. But I guess it is easy to get a little slack when your security when nothing ever happens. So you start to probably think, ain't nothing gonna happen.
Or you think, most of the time, people ain't coming for comedians like for the most part. Now, I mean, they might throw stuff at you and help you, but I mean, for the most of it, that's it. I don't really see people jumping up on stage. And as far as like the Will Smith, as far as Will Smith initiating that, I don't know. I kind of have mixed feelings about that. I would say yes and no.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? I just don't think I feel that it could be, but and then again it's like, well, some stuff been going on. I mean, it didn't just start with Will Smith. I mean,
of course.
You know what I'm saying? I think there's other things that goes to that effect too, but
when I think from what I understand, they asked the guy after the fact why he did it, and if I read correctly, he said it was something about either his mother or grandmother, and I think he was just trying to have like a viral moment or something like that because they had been struggling or something. Maybe he thought maybe he can get some money out of it or something. I don't know.
What he got was one of the
He was looking like Bushwick Bill on that stretcher.
This year Halloween went on the weekend.
Exactly.
Then nigga straight trick or treat.
Grandma, did it be you? But yeah, so I thought that was hilarious. But Dave did a few jokes about him. That's what you should do. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, man.
Turn it into your show.
Man. You heard of JD Fox doing his impression?
Yeah.
Like, oh my God! Ah!
Yeah.
Ah! See, I can only do the screams. I can't really talk like that, I can't do it.
Jamie Foxx did really good, and my man Jay Farrell did it. He's really good too. So yeah, that man. But yeah, anyway, but y'all let us know what y'all think about that in the comments. Dave Chappelle, and we'll go ahead and move on to the next, I guess.
Yeah.
So my man Eminem has been inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, among other people. Let's give him some claps on that. We'll give him some claps.
I get it. Oh, here we go. Sorry. Promise you we're gonna get a better sound.
But so yeah, man, that's I think that's dope. I think Eminem has had a really good career. That's
the thing though. Has it really been? Has it been 25 years? Because he kind of
came out in '99, I believe.
Well, technically, he had an album '96.
Infinite, but nobody really knows about that one. So
I actually got that album.
Do you? How was it?
It's actually pretty decent.
But yeah, I mean the first album,
Slim Shady LP.
Yeah, what was that? That was '99, right?
Yeah, that was '99.
So so I guess you can count it either way.
Let's see, 99.
But if you count it as let's see,
19. So yeah, he hasn't really been like 25 years because that's the whole thing. I thought that was like one of the rules. You know what I'm saying? Like it was like 25 minimum. And then some people say like he's getting ahead of like some people that really need to be in there. Because I think like Lionel Richie's now getting one, and then I think Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
But Dolly Parton said, "Well, I don't really want to get it because that's for rock and roll people. I'm country." But they was like, "Well, nah, you kind of got to take it."
Yeah.
So yeah. Which I was really shocked that Dolly Parton didn't have it.
Yeah, you would have thought she would have been there way before now.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But my thing is, they have a country music hall of fame.
Yeah.
And we know they got the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So why the hell don't we have a hip hop hall of fame?
Facts.
We need to stop waiting for them to put us in their category.
Yeah, because that's the thing. That's the thing about it, man. Because like, we get mad because they're passing up certain. Because I mean, there are certain people, that should, especially in hip hop, get it before Eminem. I mean,
Right.
I hate to say it. I'm glad he got it, and I understand why. Because the popularity and all that other stuff. He pretty much became a pop icon.
Yeah,
I get it. But at the same time, it's like, man, there's some groups that's just like, yeah, they may not been, top selling and stuff, but they had a good following.
right.
I mean, like, come on, man, Gangstar, like, come on, man, like real, like groups that stood the test of time,
Yep.
So
I'm telling you, man. I mean, that's why I said we can't keep waiting on that, they let them induct their own people, but we need our own joint.
Yeah, man.
Definitely. So, speaking of people who should be in the Hall of Fame, the Awesome Two, which consists of Teddy Ted and Special K, who were in hip hop. They were radio DJs and they work with a lot of hip hop groups. Are celebrating their 40 years in hip hop since the 80s, and they're both from New Jersey, so a local New Jersey brewing company did a limited edition beer and put their faces on it, and it's going to be going out for a while. Teddy 10 Special K, that's what's up. Shout out to them. We need to see people like that getting celebrated in some kind of way. That's kind of dope. So the fact that a local company just was willing to do that, I think that was dope.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I know Teddy Ted, he was DJing also for Nice and Smooth at one time. And so, and Special K, I think, like you said, I think he was part of the Treacherous 3.
Yeah, I think he was, I want to say, I know he did some, I thought he rapped with him.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, but either way, they both have a big history in longevity in hip hop. So that's dope right there. But anyway, so just wanted to give them a momentary shout out. So y'all look them up. Awesome Two, Teddy Ted, Special K.
Off the hill.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry.
But
and that's probably not them. So don't come like, oh, he said this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking. But I thought that might have been like the Wild Side Phones. But I'm thinking Double Trouble though. I think that might have been Double Trouble.
It's been so long since I've seen Wild Style, I can't remember. So that's one of them I've been wanting to get like a DVD of.
Yeah, I need to get a physical copy of Wild Style.
Definitely. Okay. We can move on to the next thing. So there's this new top 50 female rappers list made by a page called 50/50 Entertainment. I don't know if they're like a record label or what. I'm not really familiar with them, but Rock the Bell shared it and asked for thoughts on it. And I mean, the list, of course, they did put some good people on there, but they put some people who I don't even know who these people are. And it's like, how do you come up with these for your top 50 and nobody's even heard of some of them?
They basically went on this list like, okay, we're running out of names.
Right.
Hey, you got a pussy?
Right.
You got titties.
Can you make words rhyme?
You can make words rhyme. You on the list.
You on the list.
You on the list. You on the list. On the list.
Right. Now, we really want y'all opinion on this one. This is a funny list. Of course, they didn't say whether this was in a particular order, but ironically, they have Nicki Minaj at number 1 and Lil' Kim at number 2. I don't know if that's their order or if that's just random, but I feel like that's their order.
Now, to be fair, I don't think Lil' Kim should be number 2. She definitely should be top 5.
Yeah.
Or at least top 10.
Yeah.
I'll say at least top 10.
Yeah, I would.
She definitely should be like at least top 10.
I would put Nicki in somewhere in my top 10 or 15, but she wouldn't be no number 1.
Yeah.
But she's a good rapper. I give her that.
Yeah.
She just does a lot of crossover stuff that I'm just like, it's not my style. But when she gets down with the bars, I like it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she can rap.
Yeah.
But I don't think she's number 1.
Right. Definitely not number 1.
Yeah, not my.
So, I want to go over some of the things, some of the crazy names that I saw on this list that I was just like, I don't even get it. There was some female named Lachette. I don't know if it's L.A. Chet or Lachette, but Doja Cat was on there for what?
Doja Cat.
I mean, for
what?
The? Come on, man. They had somebody called Katie Got Bands. Never heard of you. Now, if somebody is a hip hop head like me or Howie, and we ain't even heard of you, you can't be considered nobody's top 50. Even if you're good, you have to have some kind of credible background where we can say, "Oh yeah, I know her. I see why they did that."
With the name like Katie Got Bands, though.
Right. I don't get that either.
Katie Got Bands.
Then they got Kaya on there from My Neck and My Back fame. When has she ever done anything worthy of being on a list?
Well, at least she even fit. I give them that.
Yeah, well,
I don't agree with it.
Right.
But at least they like, look, we can't put it at 5 or some shit.
Right.
We might get murdered.
I wonder if they did that on purpose. Like, do they fear the pressure? Because Kaya is one of them. She does a lot of internet stuff where she trolls people and talks junk about people. So were they fearing, like, if we don't put her name on it, she'll talk junk about us? You know what I mean? And I really don't care. You can talk junk about me all day. Your songs are trash.
Dang.
Your songs are trash, and you're just not a good entertainer for me.
Dang, you don't want it. You do my neck, my back.
No, I don't want that. I'm good. They had somebody on there called Honey Cocaine. I never heard of you. Never heard of you. They had somebody called Rocky Bad. Never heard of you.
That must be somebody new.
And somebody in there called Tink. Not familiar.
No.
I mean, help me out.
Why is
Lizzo? Why is Lizzo on this list? Lizzo is not a rapper.
More importantly, why, even if she's in there, why is Iggy Azalea above Lizzo?
Yeah, Iggy Azalea on the list. Iggy ain't nobody's favorite rapper. She probably ain't even her own favorite rapper.
Why Snow the Product ranked low?
Yeah, Snow the Product.
Snow the Product actually is nice.
Busy. She gets busy, so she should be way up there. So that's what I'm saying. It's like if you're gonna put somebody like Snow the Product on there, she should have been way higher. What number was Snow the Product?
35.
35. Wow.
Yeah. Like these other females, my thing of it is, okay, Nikki, even though I don't agree with it, Nikki, I do understand because the body of work and the fact that she held it down for 10 plus years.
Yeah.
I kind of understand that. Okay. Let's see, Lil' Kim, I understand. She's pretty much female Biggie. Missy Elliott.
Yeah, they got Missy at number 3.
Yeah, really should be. Well, see, her and Lil' Kim should be neck and neck. I'll be honest with you.
I don't think I gotta disagree with
you. I'm just talking about as far as like the body of work, the longevity. I'm just looking at that. Not necessarily talking about the skill. I think, if we're gonna go with the skill, Lil' Kim should be above.
Yeah, because it is it's a rapper's list, so I typically look at that as based on more so skill, more so than just popularity or body of work.
And Queen Latifah and Lauryn Hill,
right, came in under Missy Elliott.
Hell no.
Yeah, so and then there was somebody on there called Rico Nasty. Who the
fuck is this?
Who are you? Fergie was on the list. For what? And then somebody called Molly Brazy or Molly Brazy. I don't even know. I give up.
Look, man. Look, you got a pussy?
Right.
Put the bars together.
Right.
You got some titty. Actually, wait a minute. First of all, you don't even have to have a pussy to be a female rapper now.
Well, that's true.
You got titties. All right. Just put your name on the list. You on the list.
Ask you. So
you on the list.
Question number 2. What rhymes with cat?
All right, you're on the list. You're on the list.
This girl's going places. So I don't get it, man. Y'all help me out. Please let us know in the comments what y'all think, because this is crazy to me. Like I said, they do got some good names on there. Lauryn Hill, Queen Latifah, MC Light is on there, I think, somewhere.
Very low.
Where's she at?
MC Lights is 19. Like how? How?
Wow.
How?
I don't get that.
I mean, well,
I got Roxanne Shantae on there.
Yeah, I can understand her MC Light being like at maybe 10 or something because of her body of work. She didn't really have like the body of. Well, I don't know, because she still came out with stuff.
Well, riddle me this, Batman. How the fuck is Muhammad D at 45?
Oh,
and Rod Digger 46?
Hell no! Man, fuck that list.
What is happening?
Rod Digger's like my favorite female rapper.
Right.
God,
I
man.
don't even get it, yo. Shoot. I don't know where they coming from with all this stuff, man. So y'all gotta help me out with this, man. This is crazy.
We need the whole Kevin Hart joke. Help me.
Right.
Help me. Nigga.
Charlie Baltimore is 48.
What?
She didn't have a great body of work, but she was a dope lyricist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, if we talk about lyricism, you got to do better.
Yeah,
you know, so I don't get it, man. I mean, y'all, if y'all want to, I found a list on Twitter. Like I said, Rock the Bell shared it, but it originated on a page called 50/50 Entertainment, and it's not entertainment spelled the normal way. It's inner, like INNER-tainment. So y'all want to go check it out? Please go check it out and give us some feedback on that, because it's laughable. I had to comment on it. I said most of these names are laughable.
And then really Meg Thee Stallion and Cardi B. I mean, I don't know about them being on the list yet. And that's not to disrespect them, but they haven't had, you know, I mean, they got a body of work, but I think they need a little bit more time.
Azalea Banks, I just realized is on the list. Oh my God, for what? Oh my God, they need to cut it out. Man. I don't even know one bar from Azalea Banks. Hell, I know more Iggy Azalea songs than Azalea Banks.
Damn!
Which is sad. That is really sad. But I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they were smoking, but they were smoking some of that ooh wee on that day when they made
I don't know about no ooh wee. They probably smoking some of that old shit.
Right.
That's what they were smoking.
They got Asian Doll in there. I've heard maybe one track from her.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, she's nothing that special.
And look, Mulatto, she's like,
yeah, Mulatto. That's the one that do the shots at Ludacris and all the other people from.
Yeah, Mulatto. I mean, but that's what I'm saying. She like fairly like getting in. Right. I don't see how she and why she's that high.
Exactly. Over people like Muhammad D, Rod Digger, Shauna.
Yeah.
Charlie Baltimore. Come on, man.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell y'all thinking? I don't even get it. I'm just, y'all help us figure this out. So
yeah, help me.
We can get ready to move on. Did you have anything else you want to say about that?
Help me, nigga.
You know,
for real, man.
All right. Well, on to the next. Howie has not gotten to see Doctor Strange, but I did go to see it.
All right.
So I won't really give any spoilers out, but it's a pretty good movie. You know, it's not really long. It is over 2 hours. It's like 2 hours and maybe 15 minutes.
Okay.
So, you know, it's not like a huge movie, but it does do a good job in most respects of giving you, you know, what you need from a Marvel movie. Some people I have heard complain a little bit about some of the CGI effects, saying that they weren't as good as they could have been. I saw maybe a little bit of that in the very beginning, where they're kind of traveling through the multiverse. You know, some of it was like, it doesn't look as real as it should, you know. But it wasn't big enough for me to make a complaint out of it. But for me, you know, I thought they did a good job. It wasn't, the storyline did not go as I expected it to. It was really good. I was expecting it to go one way, and they kind of went another way. And I was like, okay. So, you know, there's a lot of spoilers online. So if you don't really want to know, don't look, because they're all over the place.
Yeah,
so Howie's going to go see it next week.
Yeah, I'm going to try to go see it next week or whatnot.
Yeah, we'll talk a little bit more about it then.
So real quick, so this movie kind of, I do understand, like, especially with because I know the Scarlet Witch, you know, what, Wanda is in it. Yeah. So I mean, I'm thinking that, like, a lot of that stuff, this movie answers a lot of those questions. They kind of tie up those ends.
Right. If you're familiar with the What If series, it does help to watch that. It also helps to watch WandaVision from Disney Plus. Because when a lot of that stuff first came out, I was looking at it like, this is not really going to be pivotal to the cinematic universe, so I'm not going to watch it. But the more I started watching the movies, I was starting to realize, okay, wait a minute, I might need to watch these. And sure enough, the movie does pick up from where WandaVision left off.
Yeah.
So that's a good one. And also, the What If series gives you these what if scenarios about different Marvel characters. Like, what if Black Panther was actually Star-Lord?
Yeah, that one was good. I like that one.
Yeah. What if Doctor Strange didn't lose, his hand?
Yeah.
He lost his heart, which was Christine or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's a lot of that stuff. It's a lot of that type of stuff where they tackle some of those what if scenarios, and it's a really good movie. And at the end, you can tell they're setting it up for another one.
Yeah, that's one thing I can say about Marvel. I mean, a lot of people, I was talking to a guy today because, by the way, today is Free Comic Book Day for you nerds out there. Like,
Okay.
But anyway, so we was talking about that in the shops. Like, yeah, just like people kind of getting burned out on them. So yeah, but the Marvel universe really is kind of like really the only original thing going out there. Everybody, like Hollywood's up there making all these remakes and all this other stuff. It's like, man, y'all just running out of ideas.
Marvel's the biggest thing going right now for the movie theaters. Man.
Yeah,
you got to give it to them.
Well, I mean, and then I'll have to give that up to Sonic as well.
Yeah.
Hopefully, since it's been doing well, I think my man was talking about that. Our dude, the cameras and stuff. My man.
Oh, Van Buren.
Yeah, Van Buren. He was saying that basically that since that was going to go good, that's going well, that they might do the Streets of Rage movie, and they do that.
Oh, okay.
That shit gonna be crazy.
Yeah, that'll be tough.
So
that'll be tough.
I mean, but going back, Marvel's kind of, I like the fact that they're weaving these universes and stuff together. Like it ain't just. I mean, it makes it an integral part of the storytelling. It may not be like the grandest, but at least something different. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And then we got the next big movie premiere is going to be Thor: Love and Thunder. So that'll be in July of this year. So, and there's rumors that Black Panther 2 will be coming out somewhere around Christmas time, by the end of the year, or somewhere between Thanksgiving and Christmas.
Got to get the drum.
Right.
Yes,
sir.
Yes, sir. I need the joints.
Yeah, man. I hope they do a good job with that, especially with Chadwick being gone.
Yeah.
Ain't no telling what direction they're going to go in, but it does seem like some of these newer movies are going to help lead into that. You know what I mean? I feel like, based on some of the stuff that I'm seeing. But yeah, so, I recommend everybody go see Doctor Strange. It's really good. And, you pretty much get what you pay for. And, we'll talk more about it next week. Next week, we'll probably do some spoilers because by that time, we'll both be seeing it. And most people who are going to see it will have seen it by then.
Yeah.
Because if you ain't seen it by next week, you probably ain't going to see it. But anyway, so we can move on to the next.
Yep.
All right. So let's talk about the Ray J and Kim Kardashian sex tape. Just wanted to bring that up a little bit because a lot of people have been hearing about Kanye West. He went and got another video from Ray J. Supposedly Ray J had another one and was threatening to leak it. So Kim, to surprise Kim, he went and got it. What I'm not understanding is, number one, is this taking place after the marriage is dissolved, or was this before and we're just now hearing about it? Because if they're broke up like they're supposed to be broke up, I'm not going to do you no favors and get no sex tapes. I don't care no more. I'm out of the question. I'm out the picture. So that's your business. So that's what I'm wondering. Was this his way of trying to win her back? What was the deal? And then an interview came out with Ray J where he basically said, he kind of dropped a little bit of a bombshell, said the original leak from, 10, 15 years ago was never actually a real leak.
Mm-hmm.
He said the whole thing was planned out between him, Kim Kardashian, and the mother, Kris Jenner.
Mm-hmm.
Said that they all three came up with the idea to put the tape out there.
Dang.
So I guess he was like, look, I'm about to clear my name because I'm tired of looking like the
villain.
The villain.
Yeah.
Because he has looked bad over the years, you know. So, you know, I mean, I thought that was kind of weird. I'm like, I would have put that out a long time ago. But I guess he was trying not to make her look bad. But I mean, hell, don't take nobody else's brunt, you know. It made you look bad. So, you know, but supposedly he did give the last copy that he had to Kanye, but it was only because he was like, I'm not trying to hold on to it. I don't care. It was never my idea anyway. It was them two who wanted me to go along with it.
Mm-hmm.
So I just think that's kind of messed up, man.
Yeah, shoot.
That he had to go and look bad like that.
I tell you what, if I ever get rich, and I see them bitches come my way, run. I'm running. Yeah.
But yeah, but I wonder if Kim's fans or any Kardashian fans are going to give them some flack over this because they seem to protect the Kardashians. Like no, they can do no good, no wrong.
Well, you said it right the first time,
right? So I'm just wondering, are their fans going to turn on them now? Like, oh, y'all set this up the whole time, making us think, you know, Ray J leaked the tape and all of that.
I mean, other than the lawyer thing that Kim's doing, but even then, I just, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about that either.
But it is what it is. I could care less about seeing a sex tape from her. You know, but I'm glad that Ray J finally put the truth out there. If that really is the truth, if it's not the truth, I'm sure she'll come out and deny it. We'll see. And she'll probably deny it anyway, you know. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, before we go, we can kind of talk about. We can remind y'all a little bit about the verses coming up next week. You know, that's going to be Cypress Hill.
Insane in the membrane.
It's in the brain.
It's something you can't understand.
I want to just kill a man.
Slam! Da-da-da! Da-da-da! To the Barbie boy! Slam! Da-da-da! Throw your guns in the air! But you don't care!
Yeah, man.
Dang, yo, we're doing a remix over here. We're working hard, yo.
I'm telling you, man. I'm
working
excited
hard.
about that joint, man. So I think, what day does it fall on? It's either Saturday or Sunday, I think.
It was the 17th, right? Was the date.
I think it's 13.
13?
Yeah. Yeah, you got a way to look it up real quick.
Let me look at my handy dandy calendar.
I could be remembering wrong, but you might be right. But I think I remember the 13th stands out a little bit more to me, unless I'm thinking of something else that's happening on the 13th.
Yeah, you might be, but you might be right. Let's see. Oh, and tomorrow, don't forget, it's Mother's Day.
Yes.
So happy Mother's Day to the mothers.
Yeah. Mother's Day is tomorrow. Happy Mother's Day.
The 13th is a Friday. So
okay.
Let's check real quick. Maybe we can pull it up and figure it out. Let's see.
Yeah, see what it shows on there.
Cypress.
So you might be right. It might be if that might be 15th then, because I think I remember them doing it on a Sunday.
Okay, let's see. And I'm trying to figure out what the date is going to be. Excuse us, everybody. We're doing. Let's see, and it's going to be May 14th. So it's a Saturday.
Okay, Saturday.
All
right. So it's next Saturday. So it'll be the same day we do the podcast. So we'll probably talk about it, you know, just to get ahead of it.
Should we do a little versus joint?
Versus. Yeah.
Hopefully I can get back in the warehouse.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And do it like that. I'm gonna be Cypress.
All right.
Just cause.
I'll be honest.
All right.
I'll be honest. We're gonna do 10 apiece.
Ooh, the 10 apiece.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
We got
my list out.
Yeah, we're gonna rip that right. Yeah, we'll do that.
Yeah, man, because Onyx got some. They got some joints, but you know, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know who's gonna win this one. This is gonna be a tough one, but it depends. I guess it's gonna probably depend on who you like better. As an artist. So as a fan, you might say, "Well, I just vibe more with Cypress because they smoke a lot," or you might say, "I vibe more with Onyx because of the hardcore slam dance type of stuff." I guess it just depends on that. But
Oh yeah, man. Those groups, they were really iconic, man. That's the thing, man. Like, shout out, to Bone Thugs, 666, all like groups were important, man.
yeah,
Don't get me wrong, we had the single people, Miles, Big J, Pac, what I'm saying? But like in the 90s, the groups, man, if it weren't for the groups, I mean, the 90s wouldn't have been as iconic. I think too, like in that time period, like the groups really got more polished as they went along. You know what I'm saying? Like it was, what I'm saying? It wasn't just, we got some cats out here with some live clothes and stuff. Nah, they got more polished and, we do this part and do that part. But now, record labels or whatever it is, the people in charge. I mean, and, other things, other factors. And, it's like people want to get more money. So money kind of made things bad. We're like, okay, now we ain't doing groups.
right.
I mean, like I said, I give it up to the Migos, man. Like I'm glad that they came out at a time where everybody was like really individual. Yeah. Like they really came out as a group. Mm-hmm. That's one thing I have to give to them, man.
Yeah, most definitely.
I'm not saying that because this nigga may or may not watch the show, but I'm just saying, saying for real though. So,
but yeah, man. Like I said, man, I'm just really excited for this show.
Yeah.
I wish it was this weekend. It seems like it's taking forever to get here, but I don't know what else they got planned after this. I know they got some more coming up, but they haven't really released anything official. So, but that's another thing. Y'all let us know in the comments who y'all think gonna have the upper hand in this versus. I think hip hop is gonna be the clear winner. But who do y'all think gonna have the upper hand as far as music goes? You know what I mean? So I won't even say win, just the upper hand. So,
I don't know, man. Muggs.
Yeah, Muggs.
Muggs
beats.
A lot of people think like, oh, first thing you think about the West is like Dr. Dre. Man, I mean, don't get me wrong, Drake gets the props.
Yeah.
Muggs got some shit, boy.
Yeah, man, he do some shit. I mean, they got tons of just iconic beats, man.
I mean, and
it's just like, wow.
You gotta think about it, man. Alchemist came out of them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he made the Alchemist. Yeah. And you know how ill that nigga is.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. Alchemist is one of the dopest out there too.
Man, Alchemist beats.
Man, they just don't know. But yeah, man, I think that's pretty much all we have for the day. Did I miss anything?
Nah, that's it. Remember, kids, like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying?
We appreciate y'all.
What? What'd you say?
Nothing. I ain't say nothing.
Man, I'm gonna hit you with the, I'm gonna hit you with the joints on what my man said.
Yeah. Put that little motherfucker away. Hit you with the joints. Pew, pew. But yeah, man. So this has been episode 205. Yes, sir. This is your man Kurt, and this is
Harry.
And we'll see y'all on the next one. All right.
Peace.
Thought it was safe. Onyx hit you in the face.
Slam. Da, 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 da. Hit the boys with boys.